Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Rockin Reaction Rollers, where we react to music that we grew up with from the 60s to the 90s. And my name is Tammy. I think this is going to be the second and the final song tonight, because I gotta get to bed. I'm wore out. But anyway, the second one, it's a beautiful song, a big good one to lay our heads down to. And one of the reasons that it took so long for me to put this song on here was because I thought we already had it on the channel. But this request goes out to Joe, and I think I got your song mixed up with Bridge Over Troubled Waters. But Joe wants to hear the 1966 Simon and Garfunkel tune called Sounds of Silence, so we're going to do that. But Joe wants to dedicate this song to his late Aunt Lillian, who turned him on to music in his early years. This was one of the first songs they listened to together. Oh, Joe, how sweet, dedicating that to your Aunt Lillian. So we are going to dedicate this to Aunt Lillian. We're going to do the 1966 Sounds of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stared by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence.
Oh, I'm going to stop this song for a minute because it's not really a very long song. But the lyrics to this song, I'm just going to say what it's about, and then I got just a small short story that I want to tell. But the lyrics are about the inability to communicate with each other, and this man's lack of communication with his fellow man, and that's what it's supposed to be about. But growing up, I grew up in a town where it was one of the very few deaf schools that were around in the country. I thought it was just a state, but actually I think we were one of the few in the country, and it's still there in this town of Fulton, Missouri, which is where I grew up. And so I used to always think about this song. Whenever I'd hear this song, I would think about the deaf kids. I always felt sorry for them. They'd, come from all over, and a lot of them had to stay all night at the school, and then go home and see their family on, holidays and stuff, which was sad to me. And this song just always kind of has that sadness about it anyway, that sad sound to it, even though it's a beautiful song. But that's what the song always reminds me of. And so, I always thought that that's what they were talking about, but it's really just a lack of communication that we have with our fellow men is basically what they're talking about, and not being literally deaf where you can't hear. So, but anyway, we're just going to get right back to the song. Great request, Joe, and this is for dedication to his Aunt Lillian, and we're doing the 1966 Simon and Garfunkel tune called Sounds of Silence.
And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never shared. No one did disturb the sound of silence. Fool said I do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you. fell. Echoing the wells of silence, and the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming, and the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, the tenement halls, whispering sounds of silence.
Oh, thanks for that request, Joe, and dedication to your Aunt Lillian. But what a great song. I've always just loved that sweet sound of the song. And it's sad, but it's nostalgic. It reminds me of my hometown. You know, it's just, I don't know, it's a classic to me. And they're like one of my favorite duos of the 60s. Simon and Garfunkel are. And so we're going to read a little bit more about them here. We said what the lyrics are about, but it says the first recording of the song was an acoustic version on Simon and Garfunkel's first album, which tanked. It only sold 2,000 copies. Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel broke up after that, but later Columbia Records had producer Tom Wilson add electric instruments to the acoustic track and released it as a single. Simon and Garfunkel had no idea that it had been dubbed, but it became a huge hit and it got them back together. When the song hit #1 in the States, Paul Simon was in England and Garfunkel was in college. Oh gosh, that sound of the late 60s, that song has it. It's just always been a special one to my heart. So I appreciate the request, Joe. And so we are going to go for the evening, guys. Be back on Sunday night. Hope everybody has a great weekend. I think it's going to be hot here, so I'm glad we got all our mowing done. We got us one of those zero-turn mowers last week because both of our mowers went kaplooey on us. You gotta see me out there. I want to get that thing out in the snow. I think it'd be fun just to twirl around. But anyway, took a while to get used to, but I got there. But anyway, it's going to be an inside weekend for me. So y'all have a great weekend. See you back here on Sunday night. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks to everyone who has. Be sure to hit like underneath the video. And be sure to tell those people that you love them each and every day. And peace out.